In this video, we'll be analyzing paper of a student who has got 68 marks in SLCM. The presentation and the knowledge and the depth which the students has is unbelievable. And when we told that we are going to share this with everyone, the student was telling that, "Sir, please share my paper, but don't tell my name." That shows how great he is. He doesn't want any credit, but he wants you to learn from his answers and make sure that you too can write in the exam. When I asked him why is that, he said, "Sir, I have watched the old videos which you have made where you have shown so many papers of your old Ekcel Academy students, how they have scored high marks. Now I got inspired by that. I wrote well, I got it. Is my duty to help my juniors." So that's very great of the student who has told me not to share his name. So we would like to congratulate him and thank him for sharing the paper. So we will see how you can score in SLCM 68 marks or even more by following some of the tips which he has done in this. So let us get into the answer script and learn how to score 68 in SLCM.
Yes, let us see how this student has got 68 marks in SLCM. Many students say that SLCM is very difficult, but it is possible to get 68 and we will study here. So this student is amazing because he told us, "Sir, please don't tell my name in the video. It is okay. As long as I help students, my name is not important." So that shows how great some students are. They want to help others even without their name. That is great. So this is the first question in SLCM. As you know, you have problem based question. So don't forget to take calculator. So question number 1A. So first he has given what is NAV. So it is a NAV related problem. He has given the formula. So formula is also nice. So he has got 1 mark for that formula. And then is given the calculation. See how neat and how organized this is. Very, very organized. And finally the NAV he has calculated and it is given. So he has got 2 marks over here, but however the third part of the question he did not know. What does expense ratio contain in a mutual fund scheme? That he did not know, so they have given 0. So it doesn't matter. So what is correct, they give marks, as you can see. Next question is a case law oriented question which is there, and the student here who has got 68 has said what? Satvik is a managing director in a listed company as well as independent director in 3 other listed companies. One of the leading listed e-commerce company offered him independent directorship, whether he can accept with specific reference to the regulation. So this is relating to what? Maximum directorships that one person can have. They have given the question and they have asked you to give the reasons. It's a fairly simple question. So the presentation which he has given is very nice. So first is provision. And if you see here, he has written pursuant to SEBI listing LODR, that is regulations and Red with Companies Act. So the important word is Red with. SEBI, can tell me one thing. Can you have SLCM, this subject, without company law? It is impossible. Company law is the base for security laws. So he has written very well, Red with Companies Act 2013. And this student actually had taken the recorded classes. He was not part of the live batch in recorded classes. Still, the way he has watched the recorded, and he told recorded classes was so useful. All the points we told, he has done a lot of hard work. I have just seen this student, a lot of hard work, amazing. So he has given what is the provision first, maximum 3 listed companies. So he cannot hold the directorship in more 3 listed. Then what is the facts of the case? So very nice. So first he is writing what is the law. So once you know what is the law, then he is connecting to our question. So question is what? Satvik. So I had told you many times, if question is having Satvik or any name, if question has a name, please write that in answer. Students, they don't connect at all. They're writing their own story. No. So you tell Satvik is managing director, whatever it is. So it is a very human thing to connect it, and in real world also this is what you will face. Then he has given a conclusion and inference. So with reference to the LODR, Satvik, who is MD in a listed company as well as independent director and other 3 listed, cannot. And he has underlined that cannot. Very, very nice, underlined. So that will bring attention. People are correcting, you will grab their attention. Okay, this is how it is. And if you see, he has got 5 out of 5. So if you write correctly, you are going to get the marks. Okay, so again they've given about IPO. This question is about IPO, and they're talking about differential pricing for retail individual investors with respect to the QIBs, qualified institutional buyers. And what is the proposed price? So examine validity of the proposal. What will be your answer if the proposal proposes 280 to anchor investors? So they've given two situations. So he's given the facts. So here first he has mentioned what is the fact, then he has come to what is the law, and see very nicely he has left one line gap here. All these things is important. It will make your answer look good, neat, legible. This may be small, but it is very important for you to remember that. Then he talks about what is differential pricing. Correct. He has given point wise. Again, point wise, people just do like this. You should write 1, 2, or very easy, use Roman numbers 1, 2 like that. So use the numbering. So he is also given the inference what it is. And finally he's even done a small calculation. So he has got 5 out of 5. The presentation is neat. It is very easy to read. It is very logical, as you can see. Correct. Extremely logical. When you read it, you get a very logical feel to it. This is what is important. Yeah, so again they've given a case law and they've given two questions for it. Examine with respect to the relevant approval required for paying a remuneration, whether it will make any difference if the company pays compensation instead of fixed monthly salary. So it is mainly about executive compensation, director remuneration. So they've given a scenario and you have to answer. So again, he is very consistent. So if the student here is very consistent, it is not easy to get 68. It needs lot of hard work. Just because you join some coaching, that was not going to give you lot of hard work which you have to do. And then when you write answer, be consistent. Writing for 100 marks, all this adds up. So see the consistency, facts, then leaving one line. Correct. Then what is the law? Aggregate annual remuneration to such director exceeds 5% net profit of the company. Very nicely he has told. Then what is our provision of the law relating to SEBI regulations? Then finally the inference, conclusion, whatever you want to call it. So he has got 3 out of 5 because all the points are not correct, but the presentation is good. Next question. Define what derivative, explain about currency derivatives and commodity derivatives. It's a very direct question. Okay. How can UPI as a payment option be used in public issue? What is FED policy? How does it change in US Fed rate can impact India? So these questions are very straight and direct. So see here, derivative is an instrument which derives from underlying asset. See, very simple English. Even in the coaching classes, when I was the recorded classes I have done SLCM, I always used to tell, please use simple English. And I'm so happy that the student who does not want his name to be revealed has used it. And really, he is very hardworking. It's impossible to do this. See, such a simple English. So nice. Right? So this is what has been done. So value of derivative depends upon the value of the underlying asset. Again, such simple English. The concept becomes very clear just by reading that. Okay. So how are we classifying derivatives? Currency and commodity derivatives. Let us see about them in detail. See here again, I used to tell, write like this. Means make it in a very conversational style. Your writing should be like conversation. When you talk to somebody, same style, simple, keep it easy. So currency derivatives. So it is a derivative which derives its value from underlying security, which is a currency. Right? Then he has given an example. Very nice. So with all these things, answer 6A1 which he is writing, he's continued the answer here. So ideally you should write CONTD ... Correct. Continued answer 6A1, whatever. You have to write like that in the exam. Please try to do that. So commodity derivatives, what it is. He has written again short sentences, paragraph, leaving one line, and obviously the correct answer he has written. Super. So he has got 5 out of 5. Excellent marks which he has scored. Next, UPI. UPI related thing they have asked. So he has again written point wise. So can you be issued a payment option? So in the answer only has made a question. So that will again grab attention of the person who is correcting. Do your own style. See, the style is very simple and very organized. It is so pakka. So if I have to use the word pakka, that is what it is. Again see here, 1, 2, 3, all the points are right. Beautiful. And you are getting the marks. So another thing, if you observe, I have told it in other people also, other students of Ekcel Academy who have got 60 plus, 70 plus. Quality and quantity both is required. Only quality sometimes is not giving you full marks. If you want 4 out of 5, if you want 5 out of 5, you need quality plus quantity, and that is what the student has given over here. Next, about the Fed policy, there is a question. Since here it's a little different and a surprise question, it's not a very direct question, but it is little surprising they asked this. But since he had studied, he had written, so 1 mark, then again 3 marks, so he has got the marks for what he has written. So this is excellent. He has got 13 out of 15 marks in this question number 6. So just imagine, if you get 13 out of 15, obviously you can get 68 out of 100, because the consistent, so every ball is hitting 4 or 6, every ball means every answer is very good. Okay, great. So now next, production linked incentive scheme for auto industries. Then they're talking about the lot size. Now ascertain the net profit or loss. What would your answer be if the GST rates is slashed? So this is a problem oriented question. So here still how the net profit or loss is there. See how clear and the steps you see. See, in problem oriented questions, always write steps. In fact, I would suggest you, though the student has not done step 1, step 2, like read like this you write. So it is easy for the person who's correcting to give marks. So okay, they can see, okay, stepwise they've done and they can give marks. So that is what you should do. And see here, for the answer is not a nice little box he has drawn. Correct? All this is there. But since the calculation is wrong, you're getting 0. So I'm not telling about this particular answer. But what you should understand is the presentation is excellent. It's okay if the answer is wrong. That doesn't matter. Next, general obligations, responsibilities of investment advisor in Indian securities market. So this is actually a new concept. So please remember that in SLCM, lot of new concepts come every single year, and very sure pakka, at least 2 to 3 new concepts come for your exam questions. So be ready for this. So in fact, I had told students, pakka you are going to get investment advisor question, and of course I was guessing, but I'm lucky that whatever I told came true, and that question was actually there in the exam. And in this case, the student here has written obligations and responsibilities of the advisor. So first, he has given a very nice intro. Who is the advisor? Then what are their obligations? Point wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again you see quality and quantity. Both is there. He has got 3 marks, which is also very good marks for 4. What would be the impact on validity of certificate in case of change in status of constitution of an intermediary? So what is the main question about validity of the certificate is what they're asking. So again, he has written it really well. The points, this is again a direct question. So he has studied, he has written, and he has got 5. So the problem was wrong. So 0, then 3 and 5. So this is excellent marks which he has got. So executive director of a listed company has violated provisions of insider trading. Adjudicating officer has imposed penalty of 5 lakh. Executive director did not pay the amount within the stipulated time as mentioned in the order. Okay, he has not paid. So what is the resources available for the adjudicating officer? What recourse adjudicating officer can take for recovering of the amount? Very nice question. So again, presentation is very stepwise. It is very logical. And main thing is, I want everyone to learn simple English. Write in your own words, whatever. Don't worry, sir, my handwriting is bad, my English is only average. It doesn't matter. Write simple English, you will get. And connect the question. Connect the question with the answer. See here, Akhilesh, he has told what is the actual thing. So what is the recourses available to the adjudicating officer? So he has mentioned what he knows. He didn't know everything. It's okay. 1 mark has been scored. So like that. If you observe, see, even in some questions he has got 0. Some questions he has got 1. But since in some questions he has got 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, that is the magic to get 68 out of 100. So don't worry if some questions are difficult. Don't worry if some questions are not going well. Overall, you have to do well. Overall, some questions will be difficult, some questions will be easy. I've always told there will be maybe 30 marks where you can score 30 out of 30. There will be 40 marks where you're going to score only 20 out of 40. And there will be another 30 marks, okay, where you may score only 10 out of 30. It's okay, because end of the day, it becomes 60 out of 100. So that is how the paper works. So don't get worried if some questions are difficult or something like that. So again, he has got a question with respect to eligibility for appointment of independent director. So there are 4 sub questions over here. So who all can be? So he has written A, B, C, D, who can be, who cannot be. Direct question. So who is that age gap, then total voting power, like that they've given. So that 2% thing, voting power, so he can be. So like that he has explained very well, and he has got the marks complete. 4 out of 4 has been scored, as you can see. Okay. So next question is mainly relating to general public under the novel scheme. So roaming holiday, the scheme monthly installment of up to installment tenure for holiday facilities. Will this scheme come under SEBI regulations? Explain. So it is about some tourism company. They have some scheme. So will it come under SEBI regulations? So again is given the facts. Then what is the collective investment scheme related? Then any collective above the value of 100 crores. So the eligibility criteria has been given. So he knows. So knowledge, I always tell you, please remember, knowledge equals 80% and your presentation of the exam is around 20%. So if you have good knowledge, that is the base. If you don't have good knowledge, first you study well. Then you come to how do I present, and don't even watch this video series if you have not studied well. This is only about presentation. This whole video series which we are doing is about presentation. So these are the students of Excel who have scored 60 plus, and most importantly they have been very kind. When I told them we're doing the series, they volunteered, sir, you can show my paper. And some students like this one has been so good, telling, sir, don't tell my name, sir, why the name is required. If it is going to help students, very good, excellent. Very rare to see such students. Okay, then yes, so the inference has been given and he has got 4 marks, as you can see. Excellent. So same way for the next question also, see the point wise. See, when you write in point wise, it's easy to correct, and one line is leaving, and he has got 3 marks. So because of the point wise, it becomes easy for the person who are correcting. So this is what you should understand. Next, independent director intends to hold meeting of independent without inviting MD. So can we do direct independent director without MD? So since he didn't know the answer, he has got 0. But again, presentation is good regardless of that. Okay. So finally, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions are there. So when you look at it, he has got 12 out of 20. 12 out of 20 is what? It is actually 60%. Though he has got 0 in one question, 1 in one question, it's okay. He has done a good part in 3 questions. So that is why I'm telling, don't get too worried if some questions don't go well. Then again, a problem oriented question. He has written it well. I don't want to repeat the same thing, the same style he has been adopting. So see here, facts, provision, then the provisions are correct. 5 marks has been scored. And very nice, inference. So when you can call it conclusion, you can call it inference, whatever, but make sure that you're bringing out the law. And if you see here, he's mentioning the entire name of the regulations. That makes a difference. The regulations, exact regulations, which is the applicable regulations. So he knows which regulation is applicable for which provision in the SEBI and how it is connected to the thing. So employee benefit sweat equity related question. So that also he has analyzed really well. Next, about insider trading they have asked. So there are 3 sub questions over here. Again answered very well, simple, and he has got 4 over here. So this is how he has scored. Excellent. So you too can do this. So finally this answer paper is done. It's okay. See, some questions is done less. So if you see here, in this question is written well, some questions is bad. So he has got 7 out of 8, and here he has got 0. So for some it is 0, for some it is 7. So basically he has done really well, and that has helped him to get the 68 out of 100. So this is how you get 60 plus in SLCM. You too can get it. Make sure that you are studying very hard, and for any help which you need from Ekcel Academy, we are always there. You can WhatsApp us on these numbers. It is not only about joining the coaching. Whether you want coaching or not, anything help you want, we are there. We will be there for you. So 7406 077406 or 973-973-3400. So please do subscribe to this channel, and also please watch this entire series. We have all students who scored 60 plus. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.